Hello students, today we will read class 6th English supplementary reader, chapter number 3, The Shepherd's Treasure. We have read the half part of the chapter. We will read today the rest part of the chapter. Okay, so we will start from the paragraph. uh, at first the king did not pay attention to these reports, but how long could he ignore these governors and their endless story about the shepherd? So as you know that when shepherd was becoming famous, so other governors of the provinces were in jealous of him. Okay, so they started making a story about him, and these were the false stories about him. So, in the beginning, the king was not paying attention towards it, but after some time, he was also in suspicion. And then one thing was certain: the king discovered the new governor did carry an iron chest with him all the time. So, as other governors said about the shepherd that he was keeping an iron chest with him always, so that was true. And king also saw that he was keeping an iron chest. So his doubt was increased, and then so one day the new governor was summoned to the palace, and that was the reason the king called him at the court, means at the palace. He came riding on his camel, and to everyone's delight, the famous iron chest was there, fastened securely behind him on the camel's back. So when shepherd came there on camel, so he was also coming with that iron chest, and seeing that iron chest, other governors became very happy because they were thinking that now he will get punishment. So that iron chest was fastened there. Fastened means tied there. Okay. So now the king was angry, and thundered. He thundered, "Why do you always carry that iron chest with you? Why? What does it contain?" So now king became very angry, and he thundered. He thundered means he shouted loudly, and he was saying that why he was keeping an iron chest with him always, and he was curious to know that what was inside in that iron chest. So the governor smiled, means the shepherd smiled. He asked his servant to bring in the chest. How eagerly the people standing around waited for the shepherd to be found out. So when shepherd called his servant to bring that iron chest, other governors and other people became very happy who were in jealous of him. They were happy because they were thinking that now he will be caught, and he will get punishment. But how great was their astonishment, and even the king himself, when the chest was opened. Okay, but it was just opposite happened there. What was opposite means they were surprised to see that in iron chest there was nothing but only an old blanket was there. Means there was no treasure, no jewels, no money there. Only he was keeping an old blanket. Okay, no gold or silver jewels, but an old blanket was all that came out. Holding it up proudly, the shepherd said, this, my dear master, is my only treasure. I always carry it with me." So he proudly said about that old blanket that he was carrying with him always. "But why do you carry such an ordinary blanket with you?" So when doubt was cleared, the king asked to him that why he was carrying only an ordinary. blanket with him. Surely you are the governor of a district. He was saying he was surprised that he was the governor of the district and he was keeping an ordinary blanket there. To which the shepherd replied with quite dignity, "This blanket is my oldest friend." So, in with dignity, shepherd replied that that blanket was his oldest friend. It will it will still protect me if at any time your majesty you should wish to take away my new clothes. So he was saying that he it was protecting him every time, and he had no fear that if his post was snatched or he will be removed from that post, then at that time that old blanket will protect him and he can sleep anywhere with that blanket. How pleased the king was, and how embarrassed the jealous governors became to hear the wise man reply. So now the king was very pleased, means he became very happy, and other were embarrassed, other were in panic, other were in means they felt shame there, and after hearing that reply, everybody was feeling shame. Now they knew that the shepherd was indeed the humblest and wisest man in the land. Now they understood that shepherd was really humblest person and wisest person in that area. The king made him the governor of a much bigger district that very day. Means on that day, and that very day the king made him the governor of a bigger district. Okay, means earlier he was a governor of a smaller district. So on that day the king became very happy with him, and so that he made him a bigger he made him governor of a bigger district. Okay, now this chapter is over and I will give you question answers. Okay, so the moral of this chapter is that we must not keep our behavior, means humbleness. Okay, we must be humble, and we must be uh, calm when situation will be odd. Okay, and we must not keep our kindness and other good deeds in odd circumstances. Okay, so I will give you question answer. Thank you.